this raw audio.
Hello.
Is this the start?
Maybe.
Are we beginning?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to Mad and Joe Overload. And who knows where we'll go?
As always, or as it used to be, but is now being again.
As it used to be, but is now being again. Hello, everyone.
I mean, everything's getting a reboot nowadays. Why not Matt and Joe Overload?
Why not Matt and Joe Overload? And if you haven't noticed, we are a little bit back to original form. We are doing a podcast. We're actually recording how we used to.
Everybody has a podcast now. We were doing it before everybody.
Every fucking body.
Everybody had a nobody had a podcast. Then everybody had a podcast. Then we didn't have a podcast. But now we do have a podcast again.
And what the fuck? Like, where's our podcast bucks? Where?
Yeah. Like, Conan, he can do a podcast.
Millions of views. I mean, it's
Ellen DeGeneres.
Millions of views.
Maria Menounos.
Millions of views.
Like, who else has podcasts? Who do you think is like?
I've got to get out of this fucking chair. This is making anyway. Yeah. What?
Oh, are we starting over?
No, we're not. No, let's go.
Oh, we're ditching the chairs.
Yeah, well, we could.
Well, if we ditch the chairs, I think we should commit to that, like, now.
Now? Okay. No, I'll just keep going.
So to preface this, we are back to our usual form of creating podcast content for the masses. The difference is we were sitting in chairs, which is different.
Weird.
We used to sit on the floor.
Yes.
Cross-legged, like a couple of children.
Indian style preschool.
That can't be PC anymore.
You can't call it Indian?
It can't be.
Really?
It can't be.
Damn it.
See,
what?
we're already treading into dangerous territory. I mean, no,
You can't say that, really?
Is it offensive?
I don't know.
Who would it offend?
Can I call somebody and ask? Like, do you call and ask?
I mean, I guess you would have to ask
an Indian.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. So when they say that, are they referring to people from India or are they referring to Native Americans?
Indian style.
See, because I always thought Native American for some reason.
I think that's because we're American, Matt.
But then now that I think about it, maybe it's like India and
because of the way they sit with the legs the other way that I can't ever do because it always hurts my
yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, like how they do the cross legs, but the one leg goes the other way than the way that feels like it fucking should.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. It could be offensive. Maybe we shouldn't say that. Dude,
that didn't even cross my mind. Like that could be offensive.
Well, it didn't until I heard you say it. Then I was like,
wait. So, how many times have I said things and just said them, and they sounded offensive, but they weren't?
I mean, it would be interesting to know because
Here's your order, sir. Thank you. Man, fuck that guy.
Well, I don't think
he's so offensive with
I don't think it would be as simple as saying something like "thank you," perhaps, but maybe
if I said it like "thank you."
Well, that's aggressive. And that's exactly...
You're not saying thank you when you do it like that. You're saying fuck you.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of content, though, that we've been depriving our listeners of.
Guys are getting the gold right now. This is untapped,
Yeah, I mean, we started this and we were like, I don't even know what we're going to talk about, honestly. But as, we sit here, I mean, it just, this is the hard-hitting stuff.
It just comes right out, too.
Yeah.
The information. It's just like, hey...
You say something, and then you dissect it.
Write down...
That's podcast.
Write down to the nitty-gritty and the nuts and bolts.
Because, what is podcasting, really?
Let's dissect the word.
Well, let's dissect this, I think. Well, okay, yeah, let's dissect the word. Pod.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm pretty sure it referred to iPods originally.
Ah.
So I believe what it originally was is when MP3s were becoming a thing.
I totally forgot about that.
The pod referred to the iPod, and it was a play on the word broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
But let's dissect this. So a podcast, like, because I said, like, you say something and then you dissect it. I mean, that's kind of what a podcast is. People are either, like, talking and then talking about what they're talking about, or they're talking about something which is something that somebody else said. I mean, if you're talking about a movie, those are all words people said.
You're dissecting, so podcasting is kind of like biology?
It's audio.
Is it biology? Surgery?
I mean, surgery. That's interesting. Is podcasting surgery? Am I as talented as a neurosurgeon?
We should be making as much money as a neurosurgeon, in my opinion.
And some podcasters do.
That's what I'm saying.
Marin.
Yeah, Marin.
He makes more than a neurosurgeon. He makes more.
Fucking Mark Marin. And, like, he didn't even have a podcast. He's like, hey, got one. And they're like, here's your money.
Yeah. I mean, he just, he's got a good podcast.
And again, like we said, we've been doing this a hot minute. Before it was Fancy Dan.
Yeah, well, we were doing it for a hot minute. Then we stopped for a very hot minute.
Occurred.
Well, I mean, life's always occurring.
That's true.
It's occurring as we speak. And that's interesting.
We're experiencing life right now. And then we'll go back we'll go into the future and experience the past again in real time in life again.
We're ever hurtling towards the future.
And the sun.
And away from the past.
So
and all of our memories are things that happen to us, but when we remember them, are we remembering them as they happened, or are we just remembering the last time that we remembered them?
Wow.
I want to just preface this by saying, like, I have consumed no substance today at all. And my mind has opened up this clearly. And I think it's just being back in this space, podcasting. I think podcasting...
I want to also reiterate, and I know this will shock most of you, but I'm not inebriated or under the influence.
Now that was offensive. The way you said inebriated.
I didn't mean to say it like that.
Inebriated. So condescending to the listeners.
But yeah, like I'm straight, y'all. Like I'm straight, y'all. I'm from Tennessee now.
Okay.
So and it feels good, and I totally agree with you, Matt. Like being in the space again, I feel like we didn't miss a beat. Like it already feels natural. Just like, hello, hey man, welcome back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy doing this. I always do.
So there are
no dead air.
No,
that's the one thing you can't have.
The one thing you can't have. Well, I think though that we do a pretty good job of not doing that. So speaking of dead air,
let's dissect that term.
Like, yeah, what is that?
What does
that mean?
Let's surgically unpack that. Okay, dead air. Okay,
so
dead implies the lack of life. Life being the audio. In this case, the sound is what creates the life.
Air is life.
Air is essential for life. It's essential.
Essential for life. There we go.
And we're occupying this room that is full of air, but is also full of sound.
Full of dead essential life!
But it's not because we're talking.
Right.
As long as we keep talking and don't have any pauses,
we won't die.
And the viewership won't die, which is the most important thing.
Wow, talk about stress.
And that's assuming. And I really hope that I'm correct on this. The listeners who have waited anxiously
Jeremy?
for 4 years Jeremy on his lawnmower.
Hi, Jerry.
Still hanging.
Still hanging there.
You speak to Jeremy.
No, but I have his number. I'll have to text
That's
him.
not what I want to do.
I'll have to text him. Last I heard, he had gone to jail for something.
Should you have said that?
Yeah, he's fine with it.
We can always edit it out.
Yeah.
We edit stuff now.
Yeah, we have technology. That's a new thing. We'll see.
Our one dedicated listener. Well, I didn't need to hear that.
I listened to his episode the other day. It was anyway. Sorry.
There was also Dylan.
Yeah.
Did he listen? I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did.
I was reading the comments on one of our past videos when we were waiting to get started on this, and he had commented.
Oh, so like a recent comment?
Well, I mean, recent is a relative term.
Recent as in 3.5 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have not posted anything in almost 4 years.
Speaking of Post, they make cereal.
They do make cereal. Post is a company that creates cereal products that include such products as like Fruity Pebbles,
Fruity Pebbles,
Cocoa Pebbles.
Oh,
we'll be getting into those if this conversation's going where I think it's going.
Yeah, well, I think that's what I'm alluding to.
This is what we call in podcasting a segue.
And I'm usually terrible at it.
It's where, well, I mean, I'll give you some notes on how it could have been better.
Okay, I'm sure you will.
I'm kidding. But so a segue is where, a conversation is kind of going off the rails. Not necessarily off the rails, but it's an effort to bring the conversation to a more focused point. And in which case we had no plan coming into this.
None.
Other than the other day I mentioned to Joe that I've been thinking an awful lot about cereal lately.
Yeah. Like, where do they get the mascots, I believe is what you asked.
Well, yeah, I'm particularly interested in, like, the marketing of cereal as, like, a product and, like, what that means to people. But also, like, just, like, cereal itself as, like, a thing. Like, it's kind of, like, let's just talk about cereal in the broadest sense right now before we start getting into the individual types and brands and their packaging and their mascot. So cereal is food.
Wasn't it created as like a thing to replace like having to make the sausage, eggs, and bacon in the morning in like the 50s and 60s or some shit?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like even beyond that, like it's like.
And also, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Matt, but. Can't we just Wikipedia this shit and not have to listen to the two fucks talk about it?
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I'm not, and this is coming from me, the person who used to create, like, detailed outlines before every podcast. I don't care about the facts. I don't care about the facts one bit.
Fuck facts.
Because that's not what we're here to
Says
talk
Matt.
about. Like, I'm not here to lecture you about the history of cereal.
No, I'm here to dissect it, though.
That is Matt 2018. 2018, Matt wanted to sit here and teach you something about Evil Dead or Spider-Man or what else did we talk about? Batman.
Video games, news. What is 2024, Matt?
2024, Matt, his mind is opened up, and he doesn't care about facts. Facts are for people who don't want to think. They want to be told. I don't want to tell you anything about cereal. You know what it is. You can look up what it is. You can look up
You know what it is?
You can look up
You
what
know
it
what
is.
cereal is, you fuck?
I just want to discuss it. I want to dissect it. I want to get in there. I want to scrub in. That's me scrubbing. And I'm going to put on my gloves, I'm going to put on my mask, and I'm going to ask Joe to hand me a 10-blade, and I'm going to go to work.
Matt.
Yes.
What is the first cereal we shall dissect?
Well, I still want to talk about it in a broad sense, real quick.
Sorry, okay,
I just want to say...
I'm like hyper-focused, and that is never me. I'm usually all over the place. What's going on tonight?
We've changed roles.
We've grown.
You've become older and wiser, and I've also become older, but like...
More loosey-goosey.
I'm a little Lucy.
Little loose cannon. Little loose cannon Matt. What the fuck?
Little loose. Yeah, I mean, let's just do this. Okay, cereal. So it's grain products that have been processed into fun shapes, or in some cases not very fun shapes.
Frosted Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious.
But distinguishable shapes. I think that's kind of the most important thing. Big part of cereal's branding is the shape of the cereal itself.
Like it wouldn't make much sense to eat triangle cereal and they were shaped like circles? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying, like, when I say a cereal, like, I'm just going to throw one at you right now. I'm just going to say, Lucky Charms. I imagine, think of what they look like, right?
Yeah, you got shamrocks.
They have, well, the charms.
The charms.
And we'll get into all of those.
Good.
In great detail when we cycle back around to it. But I'm talking about, like, even the cereal itself. You got your O's, you got your flakes, you got your Cookie Crisp that just look like tiny little cookies.
Cookie Crisps are fucking good.
You got, I mean...
Like, you couldn't even call that a cereal. Why don't you just call it a dessert? Because that's what it fucking is.
Well, they're small cookies. Yeah. I mean, they're...
Cookie Crisp.
They're tiny...
Cookie Crisp!
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't that the fucking thing?
It was a wolf guy or
something. Cookie Crisp.
Is he a dog or a wolf?
I don't fucking remember.
Well, what's the difference, really?
Dog. Let's dissect the animal kingdom. All right, back to cereal.
Okay. Cereal, yeah. Let's get back to cereal. Okay. Guys, this is content. I mean, I don't know what you want.
I don't know who the fuck you think you are if you don't think it is. Hey, also...
Of all the content that we've created in the last 3.5 years, this is the most content.
It really is.
This is it.
It really is.
This is it. Absolute.
Did we just have to marinate? Is that what it was? Are we like fucking steak?
I think we just needed a breather. I just want to be clear, like Joe and I have spent time together in the past 3.5 years and done exciting things. We experienced 4DX for the first time. And we went on a double date. Like, you know, we've lived life. We just didn't talk about it to you, the listeners.
Right.
But now we're here and we're talking to you and we're choosing to talk about cereal.
We hope that you'll come with us on this dissection of cereal.
It's not even a dissection. It's
introspection.
It's surgical. Procedural magic is what it is. Because surgery's an art.
Guys, fucking magic is happening right now. You are experiencing magic right now. Dude, I just got goosebumps.
Speaking of magic, Lucky Charms are magically delicious.
They really are. They're magically delicious. I said it earlier, you just ignored me, I think.
Well, see, I didn't ignore you. I just wasn't ready to acknowledge it.
Okay.
But now I am.
Right.
Because...
Leprechaun Man.
This is Loosey Goosey Matt.
Loose Cannon Matt?
Matt 2024. Is
Matt 2024. Loose Cannon. I like Loose Cannon Matt.
Loose Cannon. Hey, everybody, this is Loose Cannon Matt.
Loose Cannon Matt coming at you here with today's Daily Thoughts.
Are these chairs squeaking so much?
Guys, if you hear squeaking chairs, we apologize.
I hate these chairs.
Well, and just a little aside on the technical side. We're recording on 2 different devices, so you might get chair squeak on one, but maybe not on the other. We'll see. But on the other one, you might get old-time staticky sound. So, I don't know. Maybe we might...
If the audio just got louder, it's because I turned towards the other device.
And if the audio got louder in the other one, it's because I'm closer to the other device.
Yeah, I was like craning your neck over it.
Hello!
It's a good thing this isn't a video.
Yeah, right. Okay, anyway, Lucky Charms.
Oh, this is going to drive me crazy if I don't ask you right this minute. So before we get into it, I just want to ask, what's in that Sonic cup?
Oh, this is Sprite Zero and Blood Orange flavoring.
Okay, see, like that's the stuff we want to hear. When you go to Sonic, you can get whatever kind of drink you want, basically. Like, they'll mix it up.
Oh, yeah, you're like, hey, I want sewage-flavored Sprite Zero.
I mean, you get, like, pickle juice or something like that.
Yeah, give me a cup of pickle juice, and it'll be, like, $38.
Well, I don't think it's
okay.
$38, but, I mean, so Sprite Zero with the little ice pellets and some blood orange
flavor.
And it's good.
Yeah, and it's a day old, too.
It's got ice in it?
Mm-hmm. I'll put it in the fridge.
Oh, okay. I was like, it's been sitting here for a day and it has ice in it. That's truly bizarre. But it's not because you had it in the
Sonic
fridge.
cups are amazing insulation devices.
Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
In your fridge, right this moment, if I were to go open your fridge, would I find milk?
I think so. Why do I say I think so? Because sometimes the milk is gone by now.
Oh, well,
Do you
the
need
reason
milk?
the reason I ask is because milk is an essential part of enjoying breakfast cereals.
Oh, yes.
Well, I guess it's not essential.
The Segway! And not the thing you ride on.
We have so many segues.
Dude, like, we should be downtown.
Yeah, we should start a business.
A Segway business.
A Segway business.
People come in and they're like, I'm here for my Segway. And you're like, well, that's interesting because... And they're like, wait, no, where's my Segway? And you're like...
Or better yet...
Well, I'll tell you this.
Or better yet, we could let someone else start a Segway business.
Yeah.
And we could start the business of driving around and picking up all the Segways that have been left. Because people do that.
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
Like, we live in Nashville, or the Nashville area.
Right.
And, people are always cruising around on those electric
I've seen
scooters.
people do that. Put them in a pickup truck.
And then they just leave them, and then someone goes and picks them up and returns them to their
I've seen
station.
the truck. Yeah, it's like some dude. It's like a guy. Name's probably Charles.
Yeah, well, it could be two guys named Matt and Joe.
Matt and Joe's scooter retrieval.
Yeah.
Or something.
Scooter.
See, I was going Segway like Segway is in the actual literal term, not the Segway transportation device. I was thinking Segways in the literature term.
You were thinking we were going to start a business where we would provide Segways
yes,
for people?
but it would, you're right, it would confuse people because they'd come in for their... I explained this. I guess you did... Man, loose cannon Matt doesn't pay attention to fuck.
Okay, well, you said it on this podcast?
Yes, just like a minute ago. Yeah, dude.
All
loose
right.
cannon Matt. Man, guys, this is real shit.
I don't have any time
Like,
for
when
that.
he comes back and listens, he's going to be like, holy fuck, you said it. And I'll be like, yeah, Adobe wants to update while we're recording for some reason.
You can't do that, Adobe.
No, bad. All right, so anyway. So, yeah, no, people would come in wanting to buy a Segway, and you'd be like, well, that's interesting because, like, that's a terrible Segway, but... You know what I mean? And they'd be like really confused. And be like $25, and they'd be like, "What?" And be like, "Well, then you just keep charging them."
Well, I need a Segway. Well, here's something you probably haven't thought about.
$15, please.
Thanks.
Anyway, Lucky Charm.
Well, let me ask you this: do you have milk in your fridge at home right now?
All right.
No, that's the Segway
right.
that I would sell to a man who came in asking for a Segway. Okay, so cereal. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about cereal. Okay, you just want to talk about like different kinds of cereal. Like, let's just get into that.
Yeah, let's get into that because, like, when I was a kid, I only ate like certain ones. I really didn't try different cereals till I got older. Like Cookie Crisp, I didn't try until I was like 35.
Well, see, really 35. Wow.
Yeah. Maybe it was like 32.
I mean, I've eaten a lot of cereals. I definitely have my favorites.
Oh, I'm 108, by the way.
108?
Yeah.
Since we last were around.
Yeah, you were talking about time travel and shit, and I went into the future. That's why I'm wiser now. Why do you think I got wise?
Oh, well...
I didn't become Wise Joe overnight.
That's true.
I'm 108.
Well, I just turned 30.
And now you're loose cannon. I remember.
That's accurate.
I remember when I turned 30.
I suspect it's because I'm having some sort of crisis.
You're loose cannon, Matt? No.
Anyway.
You're just going to have to live with it, man.
So I had my favorite cereals.
I'm happy to be here with you.
I'm happy to be here, too. This is fun. I had my favorite cereals.
What were your favorite cereals?
I mean, like...
Because yours are probably different than mine.
Wouldn't it be weird if they were exactly the same?
Well, I mean, if I were...
Oh, we should have wrote them down.
Damn it!
And then revealed them.
All right, well, hold on. Since I'm older, right, I'll start. And so we're actually clear. I will be 42 in October this year. So, a favorite cereal of mine was probably Fruity Pebbles. I probably ate Fruity Pebbles the most.
Okay, Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
That's probably not my top 5, but I do enjoy the Fruity Pebbles.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of the Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops?
I do like those. My absolute favorite cereal are Pops, Corn Pops.
Oh, I forgot about corn
Love
pops.
those.
I was
Love
Frosted
those
Flakes
delicious. I like
and
Frosted
Raisin Bran
I do like Raisin Bran.
minus the flakes. I just wanted the sugary raisins.
Yeah. Well,
That's not cereal.
no, it's not.
That's fruit with sugar.
That's cheating.
But fuck me, it came in the cereal box and was in the cereal aisle, so cereal.
Yeah.
Raisin Bran.
What if they had, like, you know how, like, Captain Crunch has, like, Oops All Crunch Berries? Like, what if
Oh,
they had,
yeah.
like, Oops All Raisins? Just a bag of raisins.
Why is that box of cereal $25? Because it's not cereal.
It weighs, like, 8 bags.
You have to put it on the bottom shelf because it bends everything. Sue can't shelf the Raisin Bran anymore, so she has to put it on the bottom shelf.
I do enjoy Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
So I do.
Another one I liked was like the Count Chocula.
Oh, they're back in stores now as we're approaching the...
Yeah.
You got your Chocula. You got your Boo Berry.
Yeah,
you
Boo
got
Berry,
your
yeah.
Frankenberry. You got...
Frankenberry was a big one.
They did bring back Fruit Brute, but I think it's not out this year.
The what?
Fruit Brute?
Fruit Brute?
Yeah, they have other types.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with
Monster
him.
cereals.
Or her. So I'm
Fruit
inclusive.
Brute was like a werewolf.
Fruit Brute is a werewolf?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I love werewolves.
Yeah, then there was also like, I think they, maybe last year or something, they had like a caramel apple one that had like a zombie on it or something
That sounds
like
surprising.
that. And I think there was a mummy as well, maybe.
I remember a mummy, but I don't know what the flavor was.
Century-old linen, I believe, and sand.
The actual flavor of papyrus.
Papyrus and dust?
Tom Cruise?
Brendan Fraser? Or is it Fraser?
What is it?
Fraser.
Yeah.
I think I said it wrong.
That's a whale of a story.
Ooh, that's a segue. I'd pay $50 for that. If
we were fucking talking about
this were a
movies.
podcast about Darren Aronofsky's The Whale,
Yeah.
but it's not. Have you seen The Whale?
I've seen parts of the whale.
With his big old belly. Loose cannon!
Well, I was in Tokyo one time. No, I've never been out of the United States. I've seen into Mexico. I was like, I'm not interested.
You saw it?
Yeah, I was in El Paso and I could see into Juarez and it was just like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, also because like you can get into Juarez really easily,
Yeah.
but getting back in, it's like standing in a line at Six Flags that you don't want to ride. It's like it'll be a 3-hour wait. Oh, fantastic! It's going to take 20 seconds and it'll be over.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. So I was like, no thanks. I can get the same experience right here in El Paso.
So you saw parts of The Whale?
Yes.
And
So I didn't really like whatever happened, and they're like, oh, didn't it win an Oscar?
yeah,
So,
he won an Oscar.
Yeah, he won an Oscar. Yeah. So, and I was super proud of our mummy. So, like, I was like, yes, he's back. And then that's about all he's done since.
Well, I mean, he was in Killers of the Flower Moon.
I didn't see that.
I saw that. Love that. He's going to be playing President Dwight Eisenhower.
Oh, that's right.
In a film.
That's what he's
coming
going
up.
to play next. I forgot about that.
Yeah, good for him.
I wonder if Dwight Eisenhower had a favorite cereal. I mean, I'm sure he did.
My segue I was going to say I bet the whale ate a lot of cereal.
Well, I mean, would a whale eat a lot of... the whale is in the character. The whale. I thought you meant a literal whale.
Oh, I was talking about Moby Dick.
Moby Dick hanging out in the ocean. Yeah. I was wondering if this would do that. Okay, so that's it's like the 30-minute mark, and then it does another video. I can mesh them together. I'm pretty sure.
So we're still recording.
Yeah, we're still recording for sure.
I'm facing the other device.
Yeah.
As I speak, because I'm checking to make sure we're not losing all this valuable content.
No. Yeah, we're good.
So we're 30 minutes in, and we really haven't talked about a single cereal.
All right, back on topic. We're talking about cereal, and I also want to talk about the other thing you brought up.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about? I mean, I don't want to be too vague because that's boring and not entertaining.
Why don't you just go ahead and say
Well, Buc-ee's is a cult. I think that's an awesome... Buc-ee's.
I think that's a very interesting topic that is easily segued into By talking about cereal first.
Well, yeah. So I was gonna say, like, where did they come up with like Lucky Charms, like a leprechaun? That seems like a well, duh. But like Frosted Flakes.
Okay, yeah.
Is Tony the Tiger?
I specifically brought this one up to you because this one's probably the one that bothers me the most. So the thing, like, I think about, like, with cereal is like, okay, so we've created this product where we're taking basically like excess grain and we're just kind of processing it and turning it into fun shapes and putting sugar on it, and we're going to market it to children.
What has happened to you? Like, now you can't talk.
Loose cannon. Boom. We market it to children.
This is insanity.
And we do. How do we do that? Like,
yeah.
And this is me, not loose cannon Matt, but me pretending to be an ad executive. God. And like,
I think we need to take you to the doctor.
In like Mad Men days. And I'm thinking, like,
I can't pay attention to you right now.
I'm sitting here, I'm smoking my cigarette, I'm drinking my scotch, and I'm like, how am I going to make these kids eat this sugary corn that I've put in a box? What could I do? On that box, what could I do? I could put a colorful cartoon character that children love so dear on the box, and that will make them want to buy it? Okay. Interesting concept. I'm with it. All right, so we got this one. We're calling it Frosted Flakes. So when you think of the word frost, what do you think of?
Ice, snow,
yeah.
Cold.
So should we put a polar bear on the box?
Probably.
Nope. Why not? I don't know. Because I think tigers are what the kids are into.
Well, to be fair, if I could play devil's advocate, like if I'm running a company and I'm like, look, it's my cereal, I want a fucking tiger on there, I'm going to put a fucking tiger on there.
Okay, but why do you think a tiger? And this is me, I don't care about the facts, remember?
Oh, that's right. It's loose cannon Matt.
I'm not going to Wikipedia.
I thought about Wikipedia, just so I knew the answer.
I'm not going to, well, you can if you want. Because
I don't think I am. That's not entertaining.
You're old Joe Structure over here.
I'm wise Joe.
And I'm coming in to blow it down with a big old blast. Kaboom! From my big old loose cannon.
God, man.
That sounded gross.
Wow. Really, I was just trying to figure out how I could build the house back up again, and you're over here talking about jizzing all over my face. What on the fuck is going on?
Now this is back to the basics.
Yeah, now there was a taste of the old...
Don't say taste.
Taste! Damn it.
Taste?
Alright, back. Focus.
Okay, no, but you're more than welcome to Wikipedia the answer to that question. I'm just more interested in, like, the psychology of it. Like, what I think they think putting a tiger on this box means. So when you think of a tiger, what do you think of?
Well, I mean, like, power, I guess, would be the first thing.
Well, I think that is kind of Tony's big thing, because don't they, like, try to use, like, Tony the Tiger to, like, also, like, promote, like, athletics and stuff like that? Like, aren't, like, a lot of the Frosted Flakes commercials, like, him at, like, soccer games?
Soccer games and, like, basketball and stuff.
It's like, we're going to feed you something unhealthy, but it's okay because the tiger wants you to exercise.
Right.
Is that what it's all about?
I don't know.
Is Tony the Tiger jacked?
I think he's in good shape.
He's in good shape. He's got pecs. He's got a very broad torso. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Okay. So everybody, just so everybody knows, I guess content, right? So look, and I haven't read ahead, and it's not long. So here, I'll just go ahead and read it. Okay. Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
Wow, this is Structure Joe.
This is from the Wikipedia page of Tony T. Tiger.
All right, so this is all free, right? Okay, here we go. Tony the Tiger is the advertising cartoon anthropomorphic tiger mascot for Frosted Flakes, also known as Frosties. I didn't know that.
That's mind-boggling.
Okay, breakfast cereal. Frosted Flakes, sorry, I cannot pause because then it doesn't sound right. Okay, is an anthropomorphic tiger mascot for Frosted Flakes breakfast cereal, appearing on its packaging and advertising. After the original Kellogg Company spun off its North American cereal business in late 2023, the mascot is owned by W.K. Kellogg Company in the U.S., Canada, and Caribbean markets, and by Kellanova in the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Tony has also been the mascot for related cereals such as Tony's Cinnamon Crunchers and Tiger Power.
Oh, I think I remember those Cinnamon Crunchers.
Since Tony's debut in 1952, the character has spanned several generations and has become a breakfast cereal icon. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so I just want to say real quick, that was learning. Those were facts, and I didn't care about them. I do, however, want to get to the important thing, which is a fact, and that's why they chose the tiger in the first place. And we're currently under the history tab on Wikipedia to find that information.
All right, I'm not going to read all of this. This is really fascinating, by the way, guys. So if you're super bored and trying to kill time, get on Wikipedia and look up some cereal mascots, because evidently, according to this, Elmo from Sesame Street,
The Elmo
was up to be the mascot for Frosted Flakes.
That is insane.
This is actually really
almost makes me care about facts.
This almost makes me want to stop the podcast so we can learn and then come back to it.
What are you going to tell me next? That we're going to put Big Bird on the
Oh, wait a minute. I'm a dumbass.
Cheerios?
I'm a dumbass.
Well, what?
It's not Elmo from Sesame Street.
It's another Elmo?
Elmo the elephant. And then Newt the Gnu were two mascots. Also, they were going to go with Newt the New. And then Elmo and Newt never graced the box.
Elmo the elephant.
And Newt Gnu.
Okay, I just want to say, that was a roller coaster. You told me that the Elmo, the resident of 321 Sesame Street, I don't know his address, was going to be the mascot for Frosted Flakes. And then you ripped that away by telling me that at one point they considered an elephant as the mascot.
Right. Yeah, it's really interesting, the history behind this stuff. Okay, so anyway, it doesn't really tell you why. Evidently, they just liked him, so they used it. Yeah. So and there were two tigers from ExxonMobil and Frosted Flakes. So I don't know. It seems like there was some. Just look it up, guys. Evidently, it's fascinating. There was some controversy in the selecting of the mascot.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, anyway, Tony the Tiger, interesting mascot for cereal. So you think it should be a polar bear, like you were saying?
Well, do I really have any gripes with Tony the Tiger? I guess not. Personally, I'm just curious why a tiger versus a polar bear.
Well, I feel like I mentioned earlier, like your question, I feel the same way about Buc-ee's. Why a fucking beaver? Other than why a beaver? I don't understand. Unless it's got some look, I'm not being lewd, but sexual undertones.
Okay, that is lewd.
I didn't. You know what I mean, though?
No, I'm curious why.
I'm not going to go any deeper than that. Damn it!
You're not going to go any deeper on the beaver?
No! But you were saying you think it's a cult.
I do think it's a cult.
Why do you think it's a cult?
Have you seen the people who...
You never elaborate. You just said that. That's all you text me. You said, I think Buc-ee's is a cult.
Okay, well...
I love this, and I want to know more.
Okay, well, I think it's a cult because... Have you ever been to a Buc-ee's? Let's start there. You've been to a Buc-ee's?
I've been to a Buc-ee's one time.
Okay. What'd you think about it?
Very nice. They keep the store very nice.
Yeah.
Overwhelming, I guess, would be a good word.
Overwhelming is a great word to describe Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is insane. And people who like it are insane.
Yeah,
because they've been...
the stepdaughter has a Buc-ee's blanket that she just has all the time. Now, I've never seen her own another piece of Buc-ee's merchandise. Yeah. But they got Buc-ee's everything.
Yeah, I see.
Why the fuck does my dog need a Buc-ee's pet bowl?
Let me ask you this, or let me tell you this. He doesn't. And, your child doesn't need a Buc-ee's onesie. And really, nobody needs to go to a Buc-ee's ever, because here's the thing. They suck. Buc-ee's is the worst place I've ever been in my life.
Why? What happened?
What
did Buc-ee's do to you, Matt?
Buc-ee's didn't do anything to me except disappoint me and make me want to leave. So, okay, so here's the thing about Buc-ee's. So, like, it's a giant gas station, basically. Right. All right.
So, the thing you could go to Buc-ee's for is gas.
You could go to Buc-ee's for gas if you're willing to wait in the line of insanity of everyone
trying to... Wait,
they
have, like, 400 gas pumps or
and they're all full all the time.
Oh, really?
All the time.
I didn't know they were full all the time.
All the time.
Any pictures I've ever seen, it looks like there's room. Because there's 400 gas pumps. So, like, if I were going to desperate for gas and I saw a Buc-ee's, I'd probably be like, look, the odds are probably pretty good that I'm going to be able to get gas quickly because they have 400 gas pumps. But you're saying that's not the case?
I mean, every time I've been there, it looks like it was chaos. I didn't get gas at Buc-ee's. I didn't try to get gas at Buc-ee's. I refused to get gas at Buc-ee's.
What the fuck were you doing at a Buc-ee's?
Well, we stopped to see what all the fuss was about. That's what we stopped for.
Oh, you went on a research trip.
So we went to Buc-ee's, and this is what I experienced at Buc-ee's. So, like, it's a big gas station. All right. Well, what's good about going to the gas station in the first place?
Gas.
Okay, gas. What else?
Use the restroom.
Use restroom. Okay, so
maybe some road snacks.
I'll give them this. They have very large and well-maintained restrooms,
right?
They do.
You're like, they're like world famous for that shit.
Yeah, and that is cult-like behavior because why do people get so excited about clean bathrooms? Because they've been told to.
What? Because they've been told to?
That's the selling point?
Oh, so the marketing, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I was totally confused. I was like, oh my god, Matt really is a loose cannon.
People act like...
Matt's just way off the rails now.
People act like going to... What's the deal with Buc-ee's?
I feel the same way about...
Did you just feel that brick wall materialize behind me? and that bass hit in the back?
I feel the same way about Raising Cane's. Like, that's really...
Oh, we went to Raising Cane's like 2 days ago. And
what'd you think?
It's not good.
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't get it either.
It's so bland.
It's the worst chicken I've ever had.
I don't know about the worst chicken I've ever had.
No, the worst chicken I ever had was Chicken Guy.
Chicken Guy?
Yeah, Guy Fieri's chicken restaurant.
Oh, I've never...
It was right across from the office.
I've never heard of this.
And it's not there anymore because it sucked. Now it's this place called Black Tap, and it's awesome, except it's like $25 for a salad, which is ridiculous.
That's quite a lot of...
But it's good salad.
It's money.
It's got Wagyu beef on it.
Wagyu.
You know what? There's this place called Jack's Bar or something. Yeah, Jack's Barbecue, Jack's Bar. And I had a Wagyu whatever beef burger from there. And it was only kind of ho-hum. And I left a review on Google because I'm like in the top 10% of fast food and food reviewers. I'm actually in the top 10% of all reviewers, if I'm going to brag, on Google.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. So what's up? Anyway, so I left a review about the burger, and they commented back, and they were like, "Hey, we get it from an American beef, and it's Wagyu, and da da da." I was like, "Yeah, but I could go to Arby's and get the same thing."
Mm-hmm. And they said
nothing.
You know what they could have used? A segue. Bringing it all back around and avoiding that dead air that we almost hit. Look, I felt the life getting sucked out.
God, it was like my soul was leaving my body.
Yeah, it was like
it
was like in the Scooby-Doo movie when their souls get sucked out of their body.
What the hell?
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, I know Scooby-Doo. But what the...
That's always your reactions he did, okay? It seemed like you thought I was speaking in tongues all of a sudden.
Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
What are you talking about? Well, it's a dog that talks funny, and he's got...
he rides around in a van with four guys and they solve mysteries.
Yeah, and his best friend is a drug dealer, we're pretty sure.
And all of the monsters... that they're solving the mysteries of end up being the guy they met at the beginning.
So they're all probably doing some kind of hardcore drug.
Well, it was like the 60s.
Why? I wonder why. So going with like maybe the mascot, why did they choose... What kind of dog is Scooby-Doo?
He's a Great Dane.
Great Dane. Why did they choose a Great Dane, I wonder?
Well, I mean, I'm not interested in the facts, but I believe...
Probably the artist or whatever had a Great Dane.
See, Mystery Inc., they went around trying to solve mysteries. They were looking for the facts. And back in 2018, I could get behind that.
Man, you could see that van from a fucking mile away.
There's
You know
one.
what I mean?
I see one all the time.
No, yeah. It's,
Driving around.
I know who owns it. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. His name's Bowser.
Bowser.
Yeah, like the fucking Mario villain.
Wow, this is some interesting.
It's crazy, isn't it?
This conversation is going places.
This is what happens when you don't podcast for a little while. All kinds of shit comes around.
You just gotta get it all out at once.
Crap, and then we're not gonna have content for later. Should we end this? No, we haven't even fucking talked about, what were we talking about? Buc-ee's.
We were talking about cereal.
Oh, yeah.
Then we talked about Buc-ee's. I mean, so Buc-ee's is a cult. I just think it's, just to put a pin in this, because like I think that conversation could just get very ranty. The thing about Buc-ee's that I think is just bizarre is that it's literally a giant gas station that they put a bunch of crap in, like a Cracker Barrel general store, like amped up to like 1 million. Like a bunch of like,
it really is.
Picture frames with antlers on
them.
Yeah,
it really
and
is. Like that's a very very good description.
I mean, like it's just ridiculous stuff, and the food's not good. Did you have food while you were there? Did you have one of their like famous like brisket sandwiches?
No, I've never. Yeah. Usually at gas stations and that kind of thing. Geez, I don't know how to drink my water.
Well, I can tell you weren't drinking when you said that.
There we go.
I thought you said that was Sprite Zero with blood orange.
Well, I mean, the ice is melted, so there's water in it, too. It's really
well, there was water in it before, if you think about it. It was...
So, no, like, most of the time at gas stations, that's a lie. There's a gas station actually down the road in the town of, I'll just go ahead and say, it's in this town called Jolton. And it's a Shell station, and they have, like, food there, you know.
Twice daily.
I don't think I don't know if it's a twice daily or sudden service. I can't
Which one are you talking about?
It's the one that's like right off the highway, like right when you get off at 30. I think it's 35. Yes, exit 35. And it's the first one that you come to on your left.
Oh yeah.
And they have really really good chicken tenders.
Mm-hmm.
Really good burritos, breakfast burritos.
Yeah.
So that's the only place that I've really eaten. That's the only gas station I've eaten at in Tennessee. Now, when I lived in Texas, I ate at gas stations all the time because we were on the road. I worked in a warehouse delivering supplies to schools and things like that. So we would always stop at gas stations like to get gas, and we get little things to eat on the way. And a lot of times it would be like a little old lady making like bologna and cheese sandwiches. And they were the best bologna and cheese sandwich you ever had in your life because it was like thick cut bologna, fried, you know. Mm-hmm. Man, now I want a fried bologna and cheese sandwich. Mm-hmm. That sounds fucking delicious. So no, I've never had anything at Buc-ee's to eat.
Yeah, well, it's trash, so I'll tell you that. I got this sandwich that, like, I don't even remember what it was called, but it, like, had, like, the brisket and, like, sausage on it.
Yeah.
Like, sausages chopped up and cooked.
And
on the sandwich. It was trash.
Sounds good.
In theory, yeah. In theory, it sounded good. That's why I got it. In reality, though, I was very disappointed. But it's just like, it's so weird to me that, like, this big gas station has just put up all these locations, and people flock to them like it's like Mecca. And they're going there, and they're like waiting in lines to pee in these nice bathrooms, and to look at all the cheap crap they're selling, and eat their crappy sandwiches, and then they're like, that was great, let's let our child take a picture with Bucky, and then we'll buy him like a t-shirt that he's going to wear to like school. That's a cult.
Yeah. Well,
these people have been indoctrinated.
Okay. Well,
they've been sold this idea that this giant gas station with this cute mascot is important. Like, this is like when we were kids, we went to Chuck E. Cheese.
It's called advertising, Matt.
We went to Chuck E. Cheese, and it also had a rodent mascot. Here's the difference. Chuck E. Cheese was fun. It had animatronic bands and pizza and games and tokens. It was fun. Now people take their kids to Buc-ee's for fun. You can see it on Facebook all the time. These people are taking their kids to a gas station for fun. And they like it. And they're buying shirts. And they're going to grow up thinking that was...
Sorry, I couldn't hold it in any longer.
That was fun and important? Stopping for gas?
Yeah, man. So I have a question, though. Like, I get it, okay? I understand, yeah, it's advertising. But if they're that busy, right? If these locations are that busy, how the fuck do they keep the bathrooms so clean all the time?
I assume...
Who's cleaning them?
I assume they have guys in plain clothes pretending to be using the bathroom and going in immediately behind you and just wiping it down.
You think that's what they do?
No, I just made that up.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, because anytime I had only been to Buc-ee's once, but anytime I'd see people, like, I would see a lot of YouTube people, like, film being at Buc-ee's. Never saw anybody work in the restrooms. Also, never saw anybody in the Buc-ee's. So did they, like, get special permission to come in by themselves?
An empty Buc-ee's, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I would like to.
So you need to jump on YouTube and look up some Buc-ee's videos, because those people, like, when they're in there, there's fucking no one. That's why when you're saying it's busy, I'm confused. Again, I may not have even been to a Buc-ee's. I might have just remembered a YouTube video and thought that I went to a Buc-ee's.
You said it was overwhelming.
Well, again, I might have watched the video and been like, wow, that's overwhelming.
So you mean to tell me...
I might not have gone to a Buc-ee's. I might have thought I don't think I've been to a Buc-ee's.
This is crazy podcasting right now. So we just had a whole conversation about Buc-ee's, only to find out that you may not have even been...
I don't think I have.
...to a Buc-ee's. That is insane.
Yeah. I think maybe I just saw a YouTube video. Wow, okay. Well, mind blown. Own mind blown my own mind.
I mean...
My own mind blew my own mind. Do you mind telling me about that?
I mind that my mind has been blown by the revelation that you have never possibly... We don't know. Like, is there any evidence that you went to a Buc-ee's? Would it just... You know what would be like the craziest, like, Twilight Zone ending to this right now? Like, so I'm writing fiction now. If you uncrossed your arms to reveal you were wearing a Buc-ee's t-shirt the whole time.
That would be awesome.
I mean, that would have
been it.
That would have been great. And then Rod Serling would have walked in and he would have said something profound about how we're all part of this cult of capitalism.
There's a little Buc-ee's in all of us.
I mean, there was a little Buc-ee's in me when I ate that sandwich, but I hated it. I don't even think I finished it. I don't even think I finished that sandwich.
Man, I'll tell you what. This has been quite the roller coaster.
It really has. Like, I just can't believe you may have never even been to Buc-ee's. Oh, and remember when you tried to tell me that Elmo was going to be the mascot for Frosted Flakes?
That was me, like, jumping to conclusions when I read it, and I got excited. I was like, no shit!
You just read the word Elmo.
Elmo, and instantly went Sesame Street. I mean, why would you not?
I mean, name 3 other Elmos.
I think I might have known a Hispanic guy named Elmo.
Oh, okay. There's one.
Maybe. Now, we can't trust me anymore.
Okay, so now we started this by saying you were wise, but so much of your wisdom is based on nothing?
Memories that aren't even mine?
Okay, so this takes us all the way back to the beginning of this when I said, are our memories...
Yes.
Are memories, or are they just memories of memories? Or are they just memories of dreams? Did you dream you went to a Buc-ee's and then you woke up?
No, I don't sleep enough to dream that I went to a Buc-ee's.
You might have dreamed before.
Oh yeah, it's true, I might have.
And now you're remembering your dream.
Or I could have watched the YouTube videos of Buc-ee's. I'm telling you, it was I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I would say I'm probably like 78.3% sure that it was probably a YouTube video.
That's very specific.
Yeah, I mean, well, the 0.7 is like the 0.07.
When would you have maybe... Well, let me ask you this.
I'm trying to do fractions.
Let me ask you this. When would you have maybe went to Buc-ee's?
That's what I'm saying.
Going to like Gatlinburg?
As what? Right? Yeah, maybe. But I don't think so.
Popular tourist destination in the state of Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
That's where you will find all of the mountain ranges, the Smoky Mountains, the bears, the Sky Bridge,
the Ripley's Believe It or
the
Not.
Ripley's Believe It or Not, the
museums,
Titanic, yeah, museums, aquariums,
the Titanic in
roller coaster car.
You
things.
want me to tell you an interesting story about going to the Titanic in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee?
Yeah.
Okay. So last year, winter. Well, my significant other. Maybe we'll edit out her name. I don't know if she wanted to be referred to by her name.
Oh yeah.
We'll edit that out. We'll bleep it or something.
Do that.
Okay. We went to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and one of our evenings was spent at the Titanic, and it was fun. Also, near the Titanic, in Pigeon Forge, next to it, is an upside-down house.
Yes.
That is like a wacky, like kind of like science museum almost inside. So inside that, we went to that the night before. Inside that, they also have a very small thing about the Titanic in there. And they have this thing where you can reach your hand into this hole, into some cold water, and it's like, this is how cold the water was on the Titanic. Or not on the Titanic. Pointedly not on the Titanic.
What?
In the water that the Titanic sank into. And it's like, how long can you keep your hand in it? And you know, most people go up there and they put their hand in it and they're like, oh my god, that's cold. And it's like, 12 seconds or so. It has a little timer. It resets every time someone else puts their hand in. And it's fun, and it's all well and good. I did it. I don't remember how long I kept my hand in there.
How would you not remember that? That would be like the only thing I would remember.
But it was cold. Well, I was a loose cannon, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't interested in the facts.
Wow.
But, so, anyway, this is at the Upside Down House place.
Yes.
I wish I remembered what it was called. I can't remember. The next night, we went to the Titanic. So the Titanic is an actual large building that looks like the ship. Inside, it has like a perfect recreation of the grand staircase. It has all these cool things. Like when you go in, they give you a card with a name of a person who is on the Titanic with some information about them. And that's you. And you have to go through the exhibit to find out if you survived or not. It's fun. It's a fun tourist trappy type of entertainment. It's worth doing once, I think. Anyway,
I've heard it's good.
In the exhibit, inside,
and not just from you,
inside the Titanic,
that I heard that was good from. Yes.
Yet another thing where you can put your hand in the water that is cold as the water in the Atlantic Ocean the night the Titanic sank.
Is it the same temperature?
I would suppose so. It'd be wild if they weren't. Like, then one of them's wrong.
That's what I was saying.
And I'm not interested in facts.
Oh, right.
But if I were,
Man.
I would be curious. We've been going for like an hour?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So anyway, so you're like, you stick your hand in this cold water, and I was like, oh, I did this last night at the other place. I'm a pro. So I stuck my hand down in this hole, and Winter goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm gonna fill the water. She's like, that's a trash can. And it was the trash can where you get paper towels to dry your hand after you reach in.
Man, dude, you really are a loose cannon.
I've been a loose cannon
Matt.
for a little over a year now.
Damn.
It's wild. It's wild.
How does it feel
How does it feel?
to be a loose cannon now?
You know,
I mean, because, look, okay, so for those of you that are just joining us, if you're there,
if you're new to this, I can't imagine why you'd still be listening at this point.
wow, yeah, I mean, you've got to really have not a whole lot going on. But if you're still here, thank you for sticking around. So we got Loose Cannon Matt now, and our dynamic has kind of flip-flopped. Matt is a little more all over the place, and
I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah, and I'm a little more, and I really thought, and I'm a little more structured, and what that means is if you know me, I'm usually all over the place. So anyway, Matt is now a loose cannon, and I'm asking him how that feels, being a loose cannon. So thank you for joining us. My name is Joe, and this is Matt and Joe Overload.
Oh, is this over?
No.
Oh.
I was just trying to get back to the point, and I'm doing a terrible job.
I was just sitting here letting you
just go,
provide a little structure, and I heard
I started building the house, and then like everybody started leaving, and I was like, they're letting me do it by myself, and this is a bad idea.
It sounded like you were closing the house.
Yeah.
Like
No. Sorry, yeah, it was not a segue into closing the house, at least not yet. I thought maybe earlier, but I don't know, man.
Do you want to end?
No. Man, we keep talking.
Have we reached the logical?
I don't know. I almost wish we were live streaming and people, which we can do.
Yeah.
And people would comment and just be like, "Guys, keep going," and we'd be like, "All right,"
cheering us on.
Yeah, and we'd be like, "Okay,
go,
yeah,
go."
Yeah. But we don't get that now, so we got to cheer ourselves on. Like, I think we should keep going a little bit.
I think we should keep going a little bit because I'm going back to the surgery analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I like it.
So we've been trying things.
Of course, I like it. I'm a fucking podcast.
We're in the middle of this procedure, and we're trying everything we can to keep this baby going. We want to keep this baby alive, but blood pressure's dropping. Things aren't looking so good. I'm kind of reaching the point where I'm like, am I going to have to do something drastic?
Oh.
Am I going to have to get experimental with this?
Oh no. Are we going to have to make, like, phone calls to doctors and stuff that, like...
We should...
Don't have licenses?
No, we should just go for it, and we should just keep going and make one final effort to save this podcast life. And I think the only way to do that would be talking about... What do you think I'm going to say?
Oh, man. I think I know what you're going to say.
What?
Evil Dead.
Oh, well, no.
No?
I was actually hoping you would say something because I didn't have anything in mind.
Well, I was actually looking at the collection of horror items that April has.
We have talked about the Evil Dead, but the thing is, there's Evil Dead news.
Oh, yeah?
There's new things that have happened in Evil Dead since the last time we talked about Evil Dead.
I did see the movie with the one...
Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see that.
And you thought it was...
I didn't like it either.
You didn't like it at all?
I didn't like it at all.
Did you like it more than Evil Dead 2013, the soft reboot?
Yeah, I think I did.
I can't imagine how you could like it any worse. You hated that
I
film.
hated that film. I still hate that film.
See, I liked Evil Dead Rise.
I know. Oh, Evil Dead Rise.
Did I like it more than anything in the original trilogy? No. But I thought it was a good time at the movies. Yeah. I saw that as a double feature. I saw that with Renfield. Same night I saw Renfield.
I really liked Renfield.
See, I thought Renfield was not good.
You didn't care for Renfield.
Maybe I should give it another try.
I really enjoyed Renfield.
I was tired.
It's a popcorn movie, man.
It was the second of my double feature, and it was a little late.
That's the way I felt about when we saw Wonder Woman and News of the World.
Yeah, that wasn't...
News of the World was a good movie. And then we saw Wonder Woman next, after we had like a quick milkshake break.
Yes.
We got, like, there was a milkshake shop near the...
It was a Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake. Oh, it was?
Yeah,
it was a Steak and Shake? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a Steak and Shake.
Oh, by the way, I don't understand the fucking obsession with Steak and Shake. Like, the burgers are not that good.
I said her name again.
I said April earlier. I was talking about her collection.
We'll bleep them out.
Again, it's...
We'll bleep them out.
I'll work on it.
We went to a Steak and Shake over a year ago now, but it was like weird. Like, have you been to a Steak and Shake recently? I don't know if they're all like this.
No.
This one was just like a fast food restaurant. Like, it was not like you didn't go in and you had a waiter.
Like a small location that you just drive through or whatever.
This you walked up to a counter and placed your order like a Burger King.
Oh, okay.
And they brought it out on a tray.
They didn't have like a dining area and a waiter and shit.
It did have a dining area, but like a fast food restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Like
so no servers.
No servers and no like
interesting
silverware.
Okay.
You got your drink from a fountain.
You know where I go now? If I want a burger, like Steak and Shake burger, if you something close to it, I go to Freddy's. Freddy's is like custard. Like, to me, it's like Steak and Shake and Culver's had a baby.
Yeah.
And it's delicious.
I like Hugh Babies. I had Hugh Babies today.
Yeah. But anyway, it's like Steak and Shake, like the burger, like let's charge $12 for a burger, and the patty is like less than half a millimeter of aunt's dick thick. Like, fuck you. Like, seriously, I hate Steak and Shake burgers. Like, I don't understand it. And those shoestring fries, no.
I'm not a big fan of a shoestring in general. I like a crinkle cut.
Yeah, something with some girth. Like, I love Wendy's fries.
Yeah, like a good like steakhouse cut.
Yeah, something with some like I said, girth.
Yeah, girth.
Something with some substance.
Some substance, yeah.
Some substance. Some substance. Some substance to the substance.
I don't hate a shoestring fry. I just don't.
Say that fucking 3 times fast.
What?
Some substance to the substance.
Some substance.
Yeah, you can't even say it 1 time fast.
I don't know.
Loose cannon Matt. Loose cannon Matt can't talk.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about, you were talking about your double, we were talking about Evil Dead because of your double, your double feature.
I did hear recently that they're making an Evil Dead animated series.
Really?
With Bruce Campbell returning to
really
voice Ash.
Really?
Yes, that's apparently in the works.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. I think it's pretty interesting.
When is that supposed to come out?
I don't know that there's a definite timeline. I don't even know if it's been picked up officially yet, or if it's just something that they're developing. Like they're trying to get the gears turning on.
Interesting. I still have to finish watching the series. I think I stopped in either the end of season 2 or the start of season 3. I think it was the start of season 3. But the Evil Dead, Ash vs. the Evil Dead, the TV series.
Yeah.
I never finished that.
I also never finished it. I only watched the episodes that we watched together.
I really enjoyed it though. And April was watching it too with me. We really should go back to it.
I like TV.
You know what I recently found an interest in that I didn't have an interest in before? Shoes.
Shoes?
Yeah, man.
You're a sneakerhead now?
I'm not I wouldn't call it a sneakerhead, but I got these Air Jordan. These are Michael Jordan dude. These are straight up Air Jordans. Look at these things.
I see the logo.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry guys, you can't see it. It's a purple logo with a black shoe, and then it's got some sheen around it, and it's on the side. It's got the stamp, and and on the bottom it's got a translucent blue, but it's kind of dirty because you walk on them. They're really nice shoes, and the kids are all about them. They're like, don't crinkle them. Well, I'm crinkling these shoes, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a young listener, these are the Space Jam black shoes. Can't remember the exact name of them, but they go for, I don't know, $200, $150, $200, something like that. Maybe $3.
Yeah.
Got a good deal on them. They're my size, 9.5, and they fit great. Basketball shoes, man, and I'm going to wear the crap out of them. I love these shoes. I just got them. I love the black and purple. Man, I'm all about these shoes. I was going to get some Converse shoes that were black and the red highlights. They were $65. I was like, paid a little more for these bad boys, and it helped out a guy help his son. So in the end, everybody wins, right? I got some new shoes. He helps out his son. He gets to be a good dad. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, right?
I am wearing yellow Crocs.
The yellow Crocs with some history to them.
These are my movie Crocs.
Really?
Yes, I only wear these to the movie theater.
Oh, okay. I think it's just the lighting. I'm like, man, they're really dirty. But no, they're actually
they might be a little dirty.
They look substantial. Those are
These are heavy duty Crocs.
I was gonna say those are the tank of Crocs. I've never seen a Croc that thick.
Yeah, they got some girth.
Yeah. Yeah, you like your fries girthy, and you like your Crocs girthy.
These are my movie Crocs. I wear them to the movies because I thought we were going to the movies.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I wore them.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to the movies. What were we going to go see?
Alien Romulus.
Oh yeah, damn it.
Yeah, which was oddly enough directed by Fede Alvarez, the director of Evil Dead 2013. Your favorite film.
Well, then you know what that is? Divine intervention. The Lord was like, no, Joe, don't go see that movie. You're going to fucking hate it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think you would have hated it.
No, I don't think I would have hated it either. I love alien movies. Also, your Crocs are yellow. Also, that was something we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
Like, yellow has been
yellow.
yellow has been a color in Matt's life and in my life here recently as well, which is really strange. Our kitchen is yellow and black.
My kitchen used to be yellow.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so wild. In my motorcycle, I have a motorcycle now. Everyone, from that time, I bought a motorcycle. I didn't know why I slapped myself.
Because you're having fun.
That's true. I am having
Maybe
fun.
you're loosening up.
I might be loosening up. But yeah, the bike is yellow and black. So anyway, yellow's a color in both our lives. I don't know why that is of any significance whatsoever, but it is quite the coincidence and very interesting.
It is. Having fun.
So, man, I remember when we first met. You did not want to talk to me at all.
No, I didn't like you. I'm just kidding. It's not that I didn't like you. I was just not. I'm not a person who finds it easy to meet new people and talk to them.
I find complete BS because every time I've seen you interact with people, it's been very good. So I don't buy that for $1. As the dude, is that the guy from RoboCop? Is it RoboCop?
Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $1. Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, okay. I want to make sure it was RoboCop. Okay. Anyway. Na 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 na.
RoboCop.
I can't. Ow. I wasn't ready to sing.
Oh, I like RoboCop.
Sorry. You mean to cough into the microphone. Dang,
Not this one over here.
Yeah, no.
I'm speaking into this.
There's no coughing into that microphone.
I hope we don't need that one. I hope this audio is good.
Oh, I'm sure this one will be fine. We'll know real fast, though, if you can hear the chairs. I really hope the chairs don't come through like crazy, because they probably will. Maybe.
If it's not coming through, his chair just made a very loud squeak.
Audio test. But yeah, I remember.
Next time we should record in rocking chairs.
Yeah, on wood floors. Yeah, and just rock the whole time. Man, I don't know. I think I'm feeling pretty good on what we've done tonight. Unless you've got something else.
I think I'm pretty good. If anything, I learned that these can just be fun. We barely talked about cereal at all.
We could still talk about cereal at a later time,
and I'm okay with that.
And also, let me
ask the listener.
Oh yeah,
who's the third party in this thing?
Hey, thanks for being here.
Because we're talking to each other, but we're also talking to them.
Hey. Thanks for being here.
And thanks for being here. And by being here, we want to make sure that you feel like you're getting to be part of the conversation, even though you can't actively be part of the conversation now.
Yet.
So comment if you want us to. If you want to hear us talk more about cereal at a later date, let us know. We'll do it. I'll make an outline.
Comment below if you know.
I'll return to the land of structure, and I'll make an outline, and I'll care about the facts if that's what you want. If it's not what you want, say, hey guys, the cereal talk sucked.
Talk about something else. Bring back the videos.
Bring back the videos. Maybe we need to do videos. I like podcasts myself. I like that I can just sit and
and chill.
Go for a drive.
I think both would be good. I'll do the videos, and then I've got no problem with it. I've got no problem with that. Man.
Oh, way to just kick me off the video.
I'm just saying. If you want to be a wimp about it, I don't want to be on the video.
No, that's not what I said.
I don't want to do the video, Joe.
No, that's not what I said.
Go ahead and get all this fancy damn technology, and I just won't be on the video.
I said I like podcasts because you can do other things while you're listening to them. And you said, well, fine, I'll just do the videos myself. And I was like, that's not what I said.
That's a little more of our old dynamic, I think. Okay. Excuse me, open studio. All right, somebody just opened.
Crashing.
Yeah. I mean, well, there goes like $100,000.
I mean, at least.
At least.
I'm not
Guys,
sure I want to do this ever again.
You know what? Fuck podcasting. I'm done.
Okay, well now you're just kind of running off the rails a little bit.
Oh yeah, well let's get on the track.
You've lost. Let's just take the segue for one last spin with, like the great Jerry Springer. Let's just have our final thoughts.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
Why don't you just go ahead and go first?
Yeah, I think I should go first.
You're better off the cuff.
Final thoughts. My final thought is I'm going to try to do better about doing these, getting with Matt and doing these podcasts again, because they really are therapeutic to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to change some things in my life, and I'm not going to get too deep into this, but over the course of time, and fairly recently, there have been some dramatic changes in life, and it has brought me wanted me to get back to my roots and to be creative again and to do things like that. And this is absolutely part of that. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of that in the past and in the future, if that is what is to come, which my final thought on that is I hope so. And I think I want to get with Matt and see if we can make that happen. I know life is very busy and it's very difficult to do that, so I don't know what we can promise, but I can promise that once content is released, it is going to be genuine and it's going to be entertaining and you're going to really enjoy it. So thank you for being here, and I'll throw it back to Loose Cannon Matt.
Beautifully said, and I just want to on a similar note, comment that I have thoroughly enjoyed doing this. It feels good to get back into it. I've also been experiencing a lot of life changes lately, and despite all those changes, my favorite thing to do is to just think about things like media and food and things about life, and then have conversations about them and just kind of let the thoughts roll. And for a long time, I haven't had an outlet to do that and people to talk to about all the things that I've been thinking. So it feels good to be in here doing this again. And it was a little unstructured, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but I think that as we get back into the groove, these podcasts will become something better and bigger than they ever were before. Maybe not as far as like being consumed. Like I don't think we're taking Marin's spot at the top of the podcast world or anything like that. But I think our product will be better.
I agree.
I think what we're creating here will be better, and we'll come up with a colorful cartoon mascot to slap.
We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it.
Apparently, a new hasn't been.
You're right. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Yeah. And are you? Was that your final thought?
That was it.
So yeah, like I said, I want to do it, at least for me personally. I want to do it right this time, and what I mean by that is I want to go all in. Like I want to act like Matt's. I want to have the mascot. I want to have the YouTube's description, and heaven forbid, maybe we might have some merchandise, or something. Just something fun, but to have fun, not and everything that it would be made would go right back into the channel, right back to you guys, the listener, the watcher, or whatever. I really liked that comic and movie, by the way. I saw it with my dad when I came to visit in Tennessee. Whoa, don't get started. All right, so I would like to say this. I'm going to speak for Matt too. We love all of you. Thank you for listening. Matt, I love you like a brother. I always have. You know this.
Me too, Joe.
You know this. Yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for saying that. All right. So, guys, thank you again. Good night. And
good luck.
Good luck. And
And
this has been Matt and Joe Overload.